It's KGB Live Show. We gon' set it right. Live Show. We only tell the truth. Live Show. We gon' set it right. Live Show. The true straight way.
Straight from the scripture.
Straight way.
To you straight, no chaser.
The true straight way.
Straight from the scripture.
Straight way.
To you straight, no chaser.
The true straight way.
All right, shalom, 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 shalom. Welcome to the KGB Live Show with your host, Brother Kabir Gbaja-Biamila.
Glory, hallelujah. Glory, hallelujah.
Yes, we are back. This is episode number 33. So we're back.
33.
Yep.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, yeah, I guess
He was number 33, so I don't know.
I had to think about
that's how I remember things. So.
Yeah. Let's do a quick sound check, everyone. Make sure that you guys are hearing us clearly. Give us a sound check. 8 for great and 0 for the worst. Brother Freddie, let us know what you get there.
Hey, truth always is right. Defense wins championship.
Get the beard.
You must have played
You
football.
just angle a little bit.
Okay.
You see yourself there?
Yeah.
You're kind of cut off.
Mm-hmm. You good?
Yeah, maybe just scoot your seat over there. Just turn it. Hey. All right, hallelujah. Well, everyone, we are back for another KGB Live Show. Man, a lot's been going on in the last week. It's been a full week from Wednesday to Wednesday at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys see the title of the show. It's called Christianity, the number one hate group. I'm sure Brother Kabir will expound on that and let us all know exactly what he means by this. Anyway, guys, quick announcements. Pastor Dow is still out of town. This past Shabbat, we had our beloved Elder Mitchell doing the Shabbat service in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Beautiful and very encouraging admonishment and service from Elder Mitchell. Go and check it out if you guys haven't seen it. And also last week, Sister to Sister, another great show from our sisters. And I guess Brother segment, Teacher Shane was on Brother segment last week, this past week, yesterday. I want to say past week. We just started the week, Sunday night, last night, first day. And then also he was also on the Berean Moment a couple weeks ago with the 2-part interview from the Berean Moment. So if you guys haven't seen that, make sure you guys go and check out the Berean Moment with the Teacher Shane's interviews. And this past week we had Brother Rich. So part 2 is coming up this week for Brother Rich's interview. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But other than that, that's pretty much it for announcements. Don't have too much. Brother Kabir, you are here. I guess for a stretch. You've been traveling a lot,
guys.
Last few weeks, last few months.
Yes.
And you're here for a good amount of time. I guess.
For a good amount of time until January. Yeah. So January I have to leave town again. But
how you doing tonight, bro?
You know something, guys. A lot has been going on. And it's just interesting, guys. I just tell you, there's a lot going on at Straightway Truth Ministry, and obviously Pastor Dow is going to address it when he gets back. But it's just off the chain. It's really off the chain, and so I'm a little distracted by that because I just don't get it. When you have the truth, when you know the word, and you know that what Yah has done through Straightway Truth Ministry, how people continues to fall away, and
the dead season is real.
The dead season is real, and if anything, I don't. It's not like I look down on these people that are doing this stuff. If anything, it just puts a greater fear in me to understand that it doesn't matter who you are. Anyone could fall prey to Satan's devices. It could be offense. It could be whatever, and I'm just trying to make sure that I'm just trying to save I'm trying to save myself. That's it. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to make it to the kingdom. Hallelujah. I know this is truth. This is Yah's commandment is so beautiful. Your yoke is light. His yoke is light and easy. It's simple. It is so simple. It's not complicated. Now I have outside forces trying to vex my spirit and keep me away from just wanting to do this stuff, because I tell you, I've been delivered. I've been healed. and I found the kingdom. I sought hard for the righteousness of Yah. And when I found the righteousness of Yah, I found the kingdom of Yah. And I truly believe that the kingdom of Yah is where Straightway Truth Ministry is right now, led by Pastor Dow. That's the only one I know of. That's where he led me. And guys, remember this stuff. Remember your testimonies. I know I got a lot of stuff. If I ever go crazy, and Yah forbid that I ever go crazy, but I have enough videos out there that should remind me of all the things I've said. So I will have to do a lot of retracting. But
you know what, Brother Kabir, like you said before, it's in those moments of pushback that you know you're going towards the right direction. You know, and in the direction that's already been set forth, the example that's already been proven to work. You know, and so I think that even like you said, you have outside sources trying to vex you, trying to bring Israel down and discourage, but that just even the more so it solidifies, if anything, continually that we are in the right place where God wants us.
So it's utterly amazing, people, that this is happening, and to be able to spend some time at Straightway Truth. I was in Tennessee. The reason why I was able to do my show, I was in Tennessee. Pastor Dow had a small reception, just pretty much the saints there, and then it was me and I believe Elder Rufus was there for the event or the function. It was just a small, very small, nothing flashy or anything like that. And I was there. I was fortunate to be there, but I got to stay with Elder Becker, and I just really appreciate our leaders at Straightway. I just think that the labor of love it doesn't go unnoticed in my eyes. I see it, and I'm so appreciative of our elders and the labor of love that they've shown, and that they continue to. I mean, and these are people. These are real men. These are real human beings, and they have emotions, feelings. They have desires, wants, and they sacrifice. They sacrifice so much. They sacrifice so much so they can make it to the kingdom, but also they can be like, forget the world. We got this thing for ourselves. Let's just focus on, we got it. Forget the world. And they open up their house to the world for those who that Yah may be calling, so that they can also be a part of the kingdom. And so I'm thankful to, obviously I stayed at Elder Becker. I'm very appreciative of Elder Becker, Sister Diane, and just their hospitality, their labor of love, and just the things that Elder Becker does for Straightway Truth Ministry. I'm grateful, and I'm grateful obviously for the shepherd, Pastor Dow, and his is on a larger scale in all the things that he has to do. And wait until he gets back into the country, he's going to have a lot to have to deal with. So,
Brother Kabir, if I can say something real quick.
Yeah, please.
I guess I'll quote you here. You've told me this a lot of times. But I guess if you want to expound about just what is grit? What is grit? Because I feel like even we talked about this and you said it, so I'm not saying anything you haven't already said. When we came back from filming the Berean Moment Season 2, and we made that, or you made the video about just our time there, just kind of promoting the next season, right? And you said something that just to kind of summarize what you got out of all the interviews, and you said that what I was able to see from all those people who stayed in the ministry this long, have been with Pastor for over 20 years, 10 plus years, the people who were there since the beginning, and you said that they all exemplified grit and endurance. So
you say we're going in and out?
We're going in and out?
Is that us?
I don't know.
We good.
Okay, we good. Okay,
yeah,
go.
It might be in there.
Can you guys hear Brother David?
Can you guys hear me?
Can you guys hear Brother David?
He's coming in good.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Gotta be on her end.
Okay, go.
But anyway, brother, if you want to just touch on, because obviously you're a man that has accomplished a lot, and you've had your moments, even just recently, with everything that's happened to your family. The things that you've had to sacrifice yourself and endure. So, with that being said, what's the secret of the endurance that even you've experienced in your short amount of time? Because I mean, it's easy, isn't it? Wouldn't it be easier just to be like, you know what, I'm gonna just take care of me and my family? And I think I'll speak openly because I spoke to some individuals who are leaving, and what kept coming up is being said is, I have to do what's best for me in my house. And you told me this, and it brought a lot of light to me, and that basically shown that even by that statement, you're already saying that the people that you are with in fellowship are not your family. Mm-hmm. And so just speak on that if you can, because I think I'm looking at Facebook too. There's a lot of people saying stuff, and maybe it's the time to just talk about what is grit. I mean,
well, what I think grit is it requires you to have laser focus on the goal, on the mission, right? You got to know what it is that's why Yeshua told us that we should weigh the cost. If I was to go here, let me go here, okay, guys. I want to show you what grit is, because I don't think that when people come into this walk, I don't think they take the time to weigh the cost of what you're getting into, because it's going to cost you. I mean, it's very clear that Yeshua already told us that. We see this, I believe, in 2 Timothy. Let me just go to 2 Timothy here. In 2 Timothy chapter 3. Hold on. 2 Timothy chapter 3. Yep. In verse 12. It says right here, yea. Verse 12. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 12 says this. Yea, all that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution. This is to be expected when you are trying to live right godly in Christ Jesus. You will suffer persecution. It is automatically. It's not may, could. I know if you come from the Christian world sells this lie that you know Jesus wants to bless you and you have no problems and the people are being persecuted overseas and that's for them, but we live in the greatest country in the world at the greatest time of the world and there's no problems and wars. Man, I'm telling you, if you choose to live godly in Christ Jesus, you shall suffer persecution. And you got to already know that. Just like when I play football, I already know going in football, I got people who are trying to take my head off. I know I got people trying to cut me and try to tear up my ACL. I know people are trying to rip me apart. And you go in knowing this stuff. So I already weighed the cost that this is what's going to happen. I studied my plays, I practice, I train, so that when I go into the game, would go between those lines, I'm ready. And my job is to get to the quarterback. And if I'm trying to get to the quarterback, it's not going to be easy. The quarterback is not going to be sitting there and allow me just to hit him. I'm going to have people coming after me. I am a target now. And I got to do everything in my power to get to the target to help my team. That's the attitude that's in the worldly sense. But it's the same thing you have to have in the spiritual realm. Grit is, I can't tell you how many times people knock me down in the beginning, knock me down and do this and intimidate me and call me a nigga and call me this and try to do anything to get me off point, to get kicked out of the game, to do whatever. And you got to stay so focused on the goal at hand that it doesn't matter what comes at you. When it comes at you, you deal with it. And that's grit. And I had to do that even in my own walk when I came into this truth. You guys know my story. I sat there and literally pulled out when my ex-wife took off with my sons and daughter. I literally wrote it down. Guys, I'm not making this. I took the time to write it down. I wrote it down. What's that cost? Marriage. 16 years of marriage. Just gone.
I'm a witness because you showed this.
Yeah. I wrote down sons that I love dearly.
Still love.
Man, still love. It's not like I stopped loving them. It's a natural soul type. They come from me. I wrote down money. That's another thing. You know, all the money that I worked hard to make sure that I didn't want to blow it. 80% of the guys that play in the NFL filed for divorce and filed for bankruptcy. Within 2 years of leaving the game, I worked hard. Budget, kept a balance. You see how I do stuff, Brother David. I keep a tight thing. This is not something that I'm just spending like it's whatever. Do I track just $1? How far do I go track to?
If I can give an example of a story that happened. This
Tell
is a true story based off of a true story. We were at a Woodman's and we went and bought something and we went through the self-checkout. We weren't dealing with a human being. We were dealing with a machine that's supposed to be programmed, right? And you would think it's a machine. It's got to get all the change right. You paid with cash. And literally, Brother Kabir counted to the penny and went up to the customer service rep and said, "Hey, the machine didn't give me. It was a penny."
Literally.
Literally.
It said he give me a penny, right? It missed a penny. And
Now,
I literally went
maybe
to
someone, the normal civilian, I don't know, maybe I'm
they'll say it's just a penny.
if I'm using the wrong word.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Yeah.
civilian. They would probably wouldn't do that. They just go on. It's just a penny, But I see this brother. He said, "No, I need that's my penny."
Yeah. I'm supposed to get a penny back.
Exactly.
I mean, God, I went all the way to the penny. Okay, now I didn't think that the machine was one of those people walking along my field and they need to gaze off. I wanted my penny back.
I think the machine has
the machine. Yeah, exactly.
Give you.
Yeah,
It's got to be exact.
and it can help the next person. But anyway, guys, I literally wrote it down, and I looked at it, and then I wrote down the pros and cons, and I wrote down Jesus because I had a dream, so it was very recent. And I wrote down Jesus. What's at stake here? And I had to choose this day. Am I going to love my wife at the time, or am I going to love Jesus?
Yep.
Am I going to love my son and daughter, or am I going to love Jesus? Am I going to love money, or am I going to love Jesus? Yep. I mean, am I going to love my friends, or I'm going to love Jesus? Am I going to love my reputation? Everything that I've gained, all the reputation, the good name. I had to sit down and literally write this down, guys. This is not something like I remember I was in bed writing it down, sick to my stomach. All by myself, enclosed. It was dark, and I'm writing it down. I can't even tell you, even in opportunities. I remember going to my old pastor here at Living Hope Church, and he asked me, he says, "Go to your son's game." I believe my son, Ali, my second son plays football for EDW Lutheran. And he says, go watch your son go play football. I said, why? To show him you love him. I mean, you can't make this thing up. Show your son you love him. It doesn't matter he has a roof over his head. It doesn't matter he has clothes on his back. It doesn't matter that he has food in his belly. The point is, you need to show up to his game. You made time to see your son play the game, so you show him that you love him. What in the world? What about him showing me honor? What about what the Bible says that he owes? I already showed him I love him by giving food, shelter, not contract, but food and shelter and remnant. He's already loved automatically. Where's the love for me? Where's the love for me? But here's the deal. So I asked the pastor, I said, when does my son play? He said, man, I don't know. You figure it out. So I called the school. I said, when do they play football? When is the games? When are their games? They said Friday evening and Saturday morning. Did you guys hear what I just said? Does anybody know what that day is? Friday evening and Saturday morning is when they play games. Friday Night Lights. Isn't there a game called Friday Night Football or something like that? Or Saturday morning. Did you guys hear? That is the Shabbat.
Come on, bro.
Whose Shabbat is it? Is it Kabir Shabbat? Is it Pastor Dow's Shabbat? No, it's Yah's Shabbat. It's his Sabbath. And we are to rest. I can't serve two masters. According to Matthew 6:23, I cannot serve two masters. Either you're going to serve Yah, you're going to either love him or you're going to hate him. You can't do both. So if I go to my son's game, I show him that I love him, but I show Yah that I hate him. But if I...
Well, that's acceptable.
But that's acceptable in Christianity. It is acceptable in Christianity
to
hate Yah and love my son. But the greatest commandment is to love Yah, and the second is like it to love your neighbor. Right. Second, not first.
Let me ask you. Can I ask you a question real quick? Now, everything that you've experienced, would you say? Now, let's detach, I guess, and say someone is going through a very similar situation.
Yeah.
Okay. If that person decided to be offended, would you blame that person from everything that they've experienced, all the rejection?
If they're offended,
if that person that was going through the same situation as you. If they became offended,
I wouldn't be surprised.
You wouldn't be surprised,
because
right? But now it's not about the offense, but how you deal with the offense.
It's how you deal with the offense.
Kabir, let me ask you this: in any opportunity, was there a temptation to be offended and hold bitterness? And if there was, how did you deal with it? Because I think that's a lot of what we're dealing with, right? With these people who are dropping out, all these things. It seems there's an offense. but it's not being dealt.
Now the offense, my offense didn't come. My offense came from the Christian world.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the way I overcame offense, because one of the ways that Satan will take you out is through offense. Yeshua tells us, and if you look at John.
Let me just insert this real quick because I know we talked recently.
Yeah.
But I guess with the perspective of how many times have you seen people just leave Christianity or just drop God in general because of stuff like this? They just give up on God, and you know what? No, I'm done with God. I'm done with
guys.
everything.
Listen to this. I always told myself when I was in Christianity, I said, even if the pastor do something wrong, this is what I said in Christianity: I will not leave Jesus. I may leave that church, but I will not leave Jesus. I'm not going to be like, well, I'm done with Christianity. I'm done with this. That's what I said, because I knew what the word said. I didn't really look at the culture. I knew what the word said. And so I got kicked out of Christianity, to be honest with you. But then I found that Christianity, there was no reason for me to go back, because Christianity is a hate group. They literally teach you how to hate Yah and hate your number. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But let me show you what Brother David's talking about. He says, this is what Yeshua said in John 16:1. He says, these things I have spoken unto you, that you should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, a time will come that whoever kill you will think that they're doing God service. And these things they will do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. When my ex-wife decided to kill me, meaning complete, she literally killed me, and now my sons and daughter are growing up without a father. She, in her own fruition, decided to kill me. Just kill me in my reputation, kill me amongst my sons and daughter, literally kill me. Why did she do that? Because she does not know the Father. She's not in him. She does not keep his commandment. She is a commandment breaker. And she is proud of a commandment breaker. Her family that she comes from are commandment breakers. They have a gay homosexual brother. She approves his marriage. She allows my sons and daughter to be a part of that like it's normal. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? And so I can't be offended. That's her issue. I'm trying to make it to the kingdom. I can't let her sin bring me down. I can't let her hate for Yah to now bring me down, because that's how Satan will try to get you. He tried to get you offended, but Jesus gave us warning that you should not be offended. This will happen. They shall kick you out of, they shall put you out of synagogues. Yea, the time will come that whosoever kill you will think they're doing God's service. And I can tell you right now, if you ask my ex-wife right now, she will say she's doing everything in the name of God.
Come on.
In the name of God. She's not going to tell you that she's doing it because she's wicked. She's not going to tell you she's doing it because she wants to be evil. Everything that she has done was because of Jesus, she will say.
Come on.
But here's the problem. She believes she's following Jesus. You got some of these people who are falling out of the faith and they think they're doing it for Yeshua. But here is the problem. We know in 1 John chapter 2, you know that you know him if you keep his commandments. And those who say they know him and keep not his commandment is a liar. And the truth is not in them. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So this is why I believe Christianity is the number one hate group. I'm looking at this article, right? You see this thing called the Jerseys. You guys heard about this New Jersey City shooting suspect linked to the Black Hebrew Israelite group. And I'm going around saying, who comes up with all this? They're saying that they're part of a hate group. I mean, who does this? I guess the Southern Poverty Law Center. They go around tracking. I mean, who are these people? I think they're a hate group. Who's Southern Poverty Law Center? Who are they? They just go around. Maybe I should come up with my own center, the KGB Center, and then just start calling everybody. Call the New York Times a hate group. Call Southern Poverty Law Center a hate group. Call Christians a hate group. So if I have my own little law group or law center, the KGB Law Center, then I'm calling Christianity the hate group. They're the number one hate group in the world. You know why? Because they're the largest religion in the world. Next to it is Islam, Muslims. They also too. But Christianity is a hate group, and why? Because they teach you how to hate Yah. I was talking to a guy of my past, and he said that the law is done away with. Even as he was talking to me, he said, "Yeah, the law is done away with." You talk to Christians, you talk to any Christians, they will all tell you that the law is done away with. What did I say? Did you hear me?
Every time.
The law is done away with. I'm going to tell you, Christians believe that the law of Yah is done away with. Jesus fulfilled the law. And because he fulfilled the law, he died, rise, buried. The law is done away with. That's what they say. So let me show you in the word that the Christians are a hate group. Okay, let me show you. They said that the law is done away with. I'm going to read this to you. Hold on here. Let me get this... because I want to follow you guys' comment here, but I want to read this. This is out of Romans. If you guys can turn with me to Romans chapter 13, verse 8. All right, here's what it says. It says, "Owe no man anything but to love one another." You guys hear that? They always say that straightway we're a hate group. How are we a hate group when the very laws that we keep teaches us how to love Yah and love our neighbor? It literally tells that. But let me say, it says, "Owe no man anything but to love one another." But supposedly, if you're a Hebrew Israelite and they want to throw in black, I don't understand that one. Mm-hmm. But they said, "Love one another. For he that love another has fulfilled the law." Ooh-wee. What? Here's the question. People stop right there. What law? Now in Christianity, they'll just stop there. Yeah, just love everybody. Love homosexuals. Just love, love, love. But if you keep reading the letter, this is a letter and it's a long letter. What law? Let's read. Verse 9. For this, what? You just said that to fulfill the love of loving one another, to fulfill the law. What is it? For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. And thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Does that not sound like the 10 Commandments? Does that sound like that part of the 10 Commandments, Brother David?
It sounds just
right out of the 10 Commandments from the law of Moses. But according to Christianity, the law is done away with. Jesus has fulfilled the law is done away with, and they point back that love. They literally telling you right here, Paul is saying that love is the commandments. The commandments is actually instructing you on how to love one another. It says you can briefly comprehend, love your neighbor as yourself. Does it say? It's saying this, namely, thou shalt love this neighbor as thyself. Verse 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Love is the fulfilling of the law. I just want to use different examples so because I ran into a whole bunch of people. I've been going out, me and my Ishaya, we went to the grocery store, we ran into some people in my past, and this is utterly amazing, guys. I gotta say this. I was talking to Brother Ryan about this, and maybe Brother Jordan, and I was saying it is amazing about the Europeans, the Caucasians, the whites in this area. They literally can look you in your eyes. They can look you in your face and knowing they think evil of you. And they act like, "Hey, how you doing, man? I miss you, man. Man, I've been thinking about you."
It's really nice to see you.
It's really nice to see you.
I mean it.
No, I really mean it. It's like,
I mean it. I mean,
like, guys, I gotta tell you something. And it's kind of shy. Today, where's my bill? Where's my bill? Check my printer. Check to see if it's in there. Today, guys, I gotta show you guys something. I've been learning a lot by this common law. But let me see if I can find it. You see anything in the printer? Yep. Okay, I gotta show you guys this stuff. This is.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't want that.
They also want the acceptance of homeless. Yeah. So, guys, listen to this. Today, I had to go Okay, let me tell you a story. I'm gonna talk about this. So I ran into this guy at the grocery store. We were talking, and he's just looking at me, and him and his wife, and they said, and I was like, wow, you really, like, you know where I live. You've been to my house. I can't tell that you miss. Man, it's really nice seeing you. I ran into a guy named Fred Johnson from Initiative One, the guy that actually learned a lot about what grit was. Grit is pressing, being laser focused, not letting anything to deter you, just being laser focused to the goal. I saw him at the airport, him and his woman, his wife. And this is the same woman that went to court, cried, literally had crocodile tears, and said, I'm worried about my life. I'm worried about the life of my children. I'm like, I know this woman. This woman literally went to court and lied that she was concerned by her safety, felt that I was going to kill her and her children. You know me. I guess I used to take out quarterbacks. I guess she has a reason. I don't know.
Isn't this the same guy that said, I'm talking about Fred now, but
Yeah.
isn't this the same guy who said...
You heard the conversation,
said,
right?
let's talk about the white elephant in the room. Let's put the hard stuff on the
Yeah,
table. Let's
this is
deal
the
with it.
same guy that taught me. He says, take the white elephant and put it on the table and let's talk. Put the thing that's under the table, put it over the table. We're going to talk about the white elephant in the room. And it's the same guy. But guys, here's the part that was amazing. He used to be a pastor of a wealthy church back in Arizona. And now he's doing consulting and helping CEOs and get into their pockets. But it's amazing. They can look you right in the eyes. He says, it's really nice to see you. It just blows my mind away. The last time we had an encounter, you were in court. Your wife was in court suing me. Like, can you imagine? Like, I slept with your wife and hey, what's up, bro? Hey, that's the last.
It's like, I encourage your wife to leave you and...
This is the same guy that told my wife. He says intervening is leaving. And I'm like,
leaving is intervening.
Are we gonna actually talk about this? So, guys, it just blows me away how Christianity is. These people, they know how to hate. And so listen, so today, I got to share something with you. And I wasn't thinking about sharing with this, but I'm going to share this with you guys. Yeah, I didn't even tell you today. Did I tell you?
You did tell me.
What did I
just
tell
thought you said you were going to...
What? Hold on, guys. I'm going to mute this. Okay, I didn't tell him this stuff. Can you see me? Okay, guys. We're back. We had to mute it. I had to do a huddle just to make community meeting. So, guys. So, Providence Academy is a classical Christian school. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? It's a classical. I don't know what that. I do know what it means, but it's a classical Christian school. The headmaster is Ron Young. You guys all know the infamous Ron Young. Maybe Freddie will call it Jung.
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 How do you say it?
How do you say Jung?
Jung.
Okay.
Jung.
It's German.
It means young.
Young. It means young. Okay. It's a German name. It's German. I used to think it was Chinese, but it's actually German. It's been confirmed by our brother Freddie. So guys, listen to this. So I gave him a bill. So I told him out in September. I said, Ron, I do not want any of my sons and daughter to be. I do not want them to be in the Christmas program. According to the court order, this is back then, I told him according to the court order, me and the mother supposed to sign off when it comes to the religious, educational stuff like that. They chose to ignore me because I have zero, according to the old decree that we once was under, I have zero placement. And so they just said that, well, we cannot listen to you, Kabir, until you get a court order. So anyway, I decided to bill Ron Young. Yep, I billed him. I said, Ron Young, I said, well, hey, I already told you what I wish in September. I'm telling you again that if you choose to, if it's your wish to use my sons and daughter in your Christmas program, I will bill you. and I'm gonna bill you about $50,000 per son. In this case, it's sons and daughter. So if you choose to go ahead and put them in the Christmas program, just compensate. It's okay. It's my private property. If you want to use my son and daughter and you want to go ahead and put them in that program, I just want to be compensated. Give me my $50,000. So we're talking about 3 right now. That's $150,000. Just pay. And I expect to be paid before they go up on that stage. So I would like to be paid before they even go. And if you put them up there, you're gonna be liable for $150,000. Yes, right here. You see this? That's the bill. That's the bill right there. So I am going to bill him. So now this is where I'm bringing this thing up. Yeah, you can do that. Believe it or not, in this country, you can actually do that. And let me tell you where let me tell you where I got that from, guys. You got to know your Constitution. See, we don't know. If you don't know your rights, you have no rights. But let me read here. It says this. It says. The Fifth Amendment says, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation.
So go ahead and use them.
So, hey, if it's your wish to use them, I don't give you consent to use them, but if you're going to use them, I would like to be compensated. So if he chooses to go ahead and let them be a part of that play or whatever, musical or whatever, they will have to compensate. In this case, it came out to be $149,999.82. You know, I try to keep it like 999. So, hey, that's the comment. If you think it's too high, you think it's unreasonable, then leave my sons and daughter out of your program. But if you want to go ahead and think it's very important for them to be in the program, and that's what you want, do as you wish, just compensate. And so that's kind of how I'm, this nation has a great system if you follow. Yep. So that's what I'm using the Constitution. So, but here's what I wanted to tell you guys. This is the part that blew me away. I was in the most of the people at the school when I went there, they were actually preparing for the recital tomorrow. And I went into the main office. So the only people that were there were kindergartens. And I went in trying to sneak in because I don't want to traumatize any of my sons or daughter, but no one was on the campus except for kindergarten. Dang. And so I walked another way, came in, and I saw a little black girl just from the corner of my eyes run to the bathroom.
Probably the only one.
And she was running. She had to use the restroom. And I'm like, you have to understand, I haven't seen my daughter in over 2 years. And I'm talking to the woman at the front, and I said, was that Sophia? She said, I don't know. They said there's a lot of other dark-skinned girls here. I said, oh, okay. But I'm like, I mean, maybe I felt the force or something. I'm just thinking. She said no because she didn't really see, but I'm just like, whoa. It just felt like, yeah. So now she can see. I was hiding in the back, kind of where, and so then when the girl came out of the bathroom, she can clearly see her face. She said, oh, yep, that's her, and I stayed hidden because. You know, like I said, I was just there for business. I thought they were all gone. Matter of fact, usually kindergartens, they should have did half day if it was up to me, but it would be actually homeschool. But anyway, she was there late, like 2:00. And so she walked by and waved to the lady at the front desk, but I was kind of behind the wall, so she couldn't see if somebody was in there. So then she walked. I mean, she's grown. She's grown a lot, man. She's like, 8? Man, she's tall.
What is she, 7, 8?
She's only 5. 5 years old, yeah. And I gotta say, guys, my heart was like beating. It was like I'm literally within inches within, like literally all I had to do was say, and I just let her go. And when she walked, I literally turned and I stuck my head out and watched her walk all the way down. Because her heart, and it's crazy that she went all the way down here to use the restroom because they have a restroom at the other end, but for whatever reason she came all the way to the other end of the hallway. What's the chance? Like, was that a yeah moment? Well, what's the chance? And so she walked, and I literally looked and watched her walk all the way down to her classroom. Had long hair. everything, wearing pants. You know, I wouldn't want her in pants.
Of course not.
You know, but she was walking down, and
Want her head covered.
I'm sitting there looking at the whole time. You know, just thinking like, wow, the years gone, just because I wanted to keep the Shabbat. And this, mind you, the woman sees me. No, I just told her I haven't seen her. She said, "Yep, that's her." And I'm looking. And I sat there. It's a long walk. It took a good 2 or 3 minutes where I'm just sitting there just watching her. And she just walking, and don't even know her father's right there. And then I turn around and I'm just trying to gather myself emotionally. I wasn't crying or anything. It just... And this woman is talking to me like it's normal. Like it was normal. And she is a bona fide Christian woman.
Wicked.
And she didn't want to comment on anything. We talked about some stuff and talked about, you know, father being in prayer, but not even acknowledge that the woman did wicked to those. Then she says, "Oh yeah, she's so precious. She's so precious." I'm thinking like, man, Christianity is a wicked ass religion. I mean, she talked to me like there's a white elephant in the room. You know that I haven't seen my daughter in 2 years, and you act like it was nothing. Nothing. Guys, I'm telling you, man, you can tell truly by the way people walk, you can tell them who they are. You can tell. There's 2 types of people in the world. You either are the child of the devil or you're the child of the Most High. And I can tell you that people who are Christians, you are children of you are children of the devil. Straight up. I'm sitting here, my heart is beating. What do you do? But I'm thinking at the same time, I haven't seen this girl in 2 years. I don't even know what she thinks of me. Don't want to panic her. And for her own sanity, I backed off. Hid myself from her. And took a little peek and watched her go down that hallway and didn't even call her. I made a commitment to follow Yeshua HaMashiach.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to get my sons and daughter back, I'm going to do it according to his way. And you got all these people questioning Pastor Dow, questioning doctrine, all this crap. Instead of just waiting for Yah to do his thing, humble yourself under the mighty hands of Yah and allow him wait until his due time.
Right.
So guys, I'm telling you, man, Christianity is a hateful religion. You can't make this thing up. Now, maybe the woman, but I'm telling you, I couldn't tell if anything. That woman acted like it was like a parent walking in and not even as if she knows me, been to my house, had no emotion.
Just apathetic.
Completely apathetic. That's a good word. Like indifferent.
She's a woman. You think she'd be a woman?
I guess it's assumed that I'm such a horrible monster. I'm so abusive. I don't even know what she knows.
It must be a norm for these.
It's just normal. It's like can you imagine in Israel that's happening?
Yeah.
But here's why she could do that. Because she literally practicing hating Yah and hating her neighbor. That's what she does. Because you know why? Because according to Christianity, the law is done away with. You don't have to love in Christianity. You can be completely selfish. You can be self-focused, self-absorbed. What else do you always say?
Self-focused, self-absorbed, and
selfish. Just straight up. Just selfish. That's Christian. Guys, I'm telling you, these are people, you have to understand. Just like some of you guys have been part of Straight for a long time, I was a part of this Christian community for at least a good 10 years, 9 years. I built it. Matter of fact, it's even more. Shucks. About 2003, whenever my son was going to school,
it's been more now.
I literally helped to build that school. Literally helped to build that school with my own labor, with my own private property I gave to help build that school. And I was treated with no honor. Yes.
Brother Kabir, the people who...
Let me calm down.
No, you're good. Just to bring it kind of back to, I guess, a current topic. And I don't think it takes away from the topic that you're talking about, but the people that you are seeing leaving and you've had conversations with these people. There's many people. I'm a person that has dealt with these people too, to some extent, right? There's multiple, right? There's at least 5 people. But do you believe that even based off their own testimony that they've sacrificed much in this truth? And what's the correlation between those who have sacrificed much and who have the longevity and those who haven't sacrificed and how long they last?
I think about Teacher Shane. I think about Teacher Elder Becker. I mean, these are people that literally lost.
And let's mention sacrifice, because in Christianity, how many times have we seen people talk about?
They actually
I left this job.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was talking to this one guy, right? This what kind of made me want to come up with this theme of Christianity teach you how to hate. This guy told me, he said he left a 6-figure job to go into full-time ministry. This is what Christianity thinks persecution is. He left a 6-figure job to join a ministry and be a full-time ministry and raise his support.
He probably makes millions. Man.
And he says, man, I left a $6,000 job. So I said, wow, it sounds like that's self-inflicting on you. You chose to walk away.
It's probably like I left $200,000 a year to $90,000.
To 90, yeah. I mean, it's just self-infliction. And now he's doing ministry. He thinks he's doing God's work. Yeah, I'm doing God's work. I left a 6-figure job to now do full-time ministry and teach people how to handle money. And now instead of him earning money, he has to beg people for money. Please donate. That's his thing. I said, you know something's interesting. You said that you left a 6-figure job. Did you know something? I didn't leave. I didn't personally leave. I was on point. I had my own goals. I got my CFP. I'm about to build my business. I'm about to do some stuff. And then, damn it, had a dream. And all of a sudden, y'all opened up my eyes. Yeah. And gave me an opportunity. He says, you will be tested. And he chose me. John 15. What does it say? It didn't say that, I chose to leave. It says, let me go to John 15. This is what it says in John 15. You turn to me, John 15 verse. It says, if the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you. Is that not what it says? Out of the world. Therefore the world hates you. Remember the words that I have spoken unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will persecute you. And if they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. Let me show you another one here. Just to show you, I didn't choose this. But I did choose, but it wasn't because y'all literally chose me, snatched me out of the world. I'm still in the same place that y'all made my name great in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Made my name great on the football field, on the gridiron of Lambeau Field.
And we're witnesses because we
just saw it. We just saw it the other day, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And literally made my name great. And guess what? The same people that used to freaking literally maybe worship me, maybe just celebrated me, is the same people who hate me. And this is in Christianity. Man, there will be no Christian that will ever have me come and speak ever again.
Brother Kabir?
Yes?
Okay.
All right, guys.
You're good. Go ahead.
So let me read something to you, and then I'm going to try to, because, guys, I don't want this thing to drop. It usually tends to drop during this time, an hour, but I said I was going to keep it short, but I'm trying. But listen, guys, listen to this. This is Job. Guys, turn with me to Job chapter 33, verse 14. And it says this, for God speaketh once, yea, twice, yet a man perceive it not. That's me. I'm just doing my thing. Got my CFP, trying to make the mama happy, trying to put, make the children have, the sons and daughter have fun. I mean, I have my own agenda. In the name of God, right? In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and the slumbering upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instructions, right? That he may withdraw man his purpose and hide pride from man and keep back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword. I was going in the wrong direction, thinking I was doing right. I just talked to another guy from my past, wealthy man, and I told him, I said, man, I'm telling you, a lot of rich people are going to hell. If you are wealthy, it's a good chance you're going to hell. People say, well, Kabir, you're wealthy. Well, guess what? I had to forsake all. Literally, I had to forsake all to be in this truth. It was not easy. A lot of rich people, here's why it's going to be so hard, because they don't want to let go of what they have. They work too hard. They work too hard. I made a lot of money, made millions of dollars, and then double it after I finished playing the game. I ended up having 7 sons and 1 daughter. I worked hard and not only just had them, but trained them, was rearing them up, teaching them about the things of God to the best of my knowledge. And all of that got taken away from me like that. Only because of what? Because I chose to love Yah and keep his commandments. Because according to Christianity, the law is done away with. I don't need to keep the Shabbat. That's what they told me. Go after your wife. Focus on making your wife happy. Go watch your son play football and show him that you love him. But every time to show my wife that I love him, my ex-wife that I love her, to show my son that I love him, to show my friends that I love them, to show all these people I love them, I had to forsake Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. I had to forsake him. I couldn't do both because they were so polar opposite from Jesus. And if I wanted to abide in them, that means I couldn't abide in Jesus. But now I got brothers like Brother David, Brother Freddie, Brother Jordan, Brother Ryan, sisters, that they all abide in Jesus. And the reason why we are all united and the reason why we have a kinship or a love for one another is because of our love for our master. We always say Yeshua HaMashiach is our master.
Come on.
And all these people that say, oh yeah, I'm not part of Straightway anymore, I'm leaving, all this stuff. How can you say you're my brother? What did Jesus says? Whoever does the will of my Father is my mother, my brother, my sister. So guys, it's really truly loving Jesus. Jesus says, if you love me, 14, 15, 12 says, I think 15 says, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. Christianity teaches you to hate God. Do not keep his commandment because the law is done away with. Jesus fulfilled the law.
Come on.
And so this is why I believe that Christianity is the #1 hate group in the KGB law center of group, whatever. They're the number. Who go around titling hate group, hate group, hate group? Well, I'm saying it. Christianity, you are the #1 hate group. If you're a Christian, you're part of the biggest hate group in the world. You are a bully. You just go around killing leaders and everything and trumping them. America is a hate group in themselves. And they go around telling people who is a hate group. I'm saying America's a hate group. Hate group. So anyway,
that's true,
guys,
bro.
I just want to share that. That's what I want to share today. I just wanted to show, and some of the stuff I didn't even know I was going to share. But man, I'm telling you, to see my daughter and not to even see her face, because all I could see was her backside. That's it, just her back. See her hair. I only knew that was my daughter because the woman told me, yep, that's her. And she literally act like, guys, I can't make this thing up. She's just having a normal conversation.
Like no big deal.
Like no big deal. No emotion. Just a normal, you can talk to Ron because I was looking for Ron. Oh yeah, Ron is going to come at this time. Oh, yeah. And they all know what happened. They all know what happened. And it was normal. I'm so glad I am so glad I'm not a Christian. I'm so glad that I'm no longer a part of the hate group, the #1 hate group in the world. Now I'm part of the love group. The #1 love group, Straightway Truth Ministry, led by Pastor Dow.
And some of you Israelites still act like Christians.
Exactly. So anyway, let me take a break here. Just a momentary break. If you guys have any questions and everything like that. But guys, I'm telling you, this walk is real. It's real. And it's just kind of cool to be able to put bills like this up here because I'm going to reclaim. I'm claiming my property back. I'm going after it. And if you're going to use my property, damn it, you're going to have to compensate. That's what I'm doing.